Hi, you're live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Aimee's Knit Lab, based here in Paris, France, at La Aimée headquarters. My name is Aimee, and this is my YouTube channel where I just talk about all things yarn and knitting and crochet and labu related. We're getting professional. We got to hang out with Nara from Knitleaks, and she showed us these little microphones. We're hoping that our sound will be a little bit better than it was in the previous. Oh, looks like I have like a little white
Fluffy cotton tail.
put it like that.
We're not actually sure if they work, so please let us know in the comments.
Leave us a message in the comments if the sound is good.
We have no idea.
I did set the sound to the microphone on my laptop, so we're hoping that it's working for YouTube. I don't even know where to start. The last 24 hours have been kind of insane. Oh, someone says no sweaters. We're not wearing any sweaters because
it's summer. It's July.
Yeah, it's really hot in Paris. So we have the sweaters back here. Yeah, we're not wearing any sweaters today. Also, it's been a crazy 24 hours, 48 hours. I don't know. Last night was a big blur because we are working on a huge project. I am getting ready to release my first garment design. Julia's face says it all. Yeah, like I'm a little bit like,
it's overwhelming. It's a little bit overwhelming.
Absolutely. I have deep admiration for all of my friends who design.
And
I'm sitting here going like, wow. Wow. I mean, and also like, I want to do a really good job. I can see how I could just throw it together and then throw it on Ravelry and sell it. But I can't do that. I'm not that kind of person. I want to make sure that the finished product makes sense to the knitters who's going to want to invest time and money into designing the design. So the design I'm talking about is this vest that you see behind us. I kind of got this obsessive idea. It happened last year when I was in New York. Okay, I was walking around Brooklyn and just kind of like, I always pay attention to people's fashion and just like Brooklyn for me is a place that I hang out a lot when I go to New York. My sister lives in Park Slope, and if you've ever been to Park Slope, it's kind of like fashion heaven. You kind of see all these people wearing like normal clothes, but then like all of a sudden you'll be like, wow, that person is super fashionable, you know? And so I happened to be paying attention to people wearing these vests, and I was like, man, I really want to wear a vest. I have always kind of been obsessed with vests because first of all, you don't have to knit any sleeves.
It's true.
Sleeve Island for me is where I go to die.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I will knit 10 sweater bodies instead of knitting the sleeves.
Absolutely. It's like if I want my knitting to die, I just give me sleeves in it. Like, not gonna happen. And so I had this idea for this vest, and the way that I wanted to wear my vest was something that would layer over beautifully like all of my dresses. Because the dresses that I wear are really interesting. And if I have a closed off sweater over the top, I'm going to take this off because it's like a little bunny butt right in my face here. I'm going to hold it. I want it to be a framework. And this kind of came up yesterday when we were working on the copy for my new design. I wanted it to be a framework for what I'm wearing. So either a really beautiful dress, like something like what I'm wearing today, or I've just recently gone to see Billie Eilish in concert, and I have the coolest concert t-shirt of hers, and I can see wearing my vest with that concert t-shirt would just be so cool. I'm going to make a photo so you guys can see. So that's the idea that came up behind this vest. I don't know. Should we say the name or should we wait till tomorrow?
I think we have to say it now. It's going out on Instagram today.
Okay. All right. So as you know, Julia, she does social media here at La Aimée. I have given her full reign of my Instagram account, which I have to say has like liberated my life. And she works every day to produce beautiful copy and get photos and stuff done for the social media. So she says that the name's going out today. That means we're going to tell you guys first before it goes out on Instagram.
Yes.
I would like to introduce to you my vest, which is called Glow. So this name came up for me when we started to cast on to do the test. Remember, I hadn't had a name for the pattern yet.
No, we called it the Aimee vest.
We were calling it Aimee vest for a long time. It had no name. It had no descript name. And you guys probably remember in previous episodes, I've been knitting this, kind of showing it. I was really showing it a lot in March and April.
Yes.
when I was working on it. Yeah.
That's when you really like determined all of the shaping at the top, that it's really the thing that determines the whole look of it. And so you knit the top of this pink version like 5 times.
5 times. Like to get the right rate of increase and the shape that I wanted for the fronts of the vest, I knit it 5 times on this version.
Because you already knew exactly what it was going to look like.
Exactly. And I had already imagined what the back is going to look like. So this vest looks quite simple from what you're seeing here on YouTube, but it actually has really beautiful details.
Yeah.
Like the European shoulder that rolls over. We use the double knitting technique for the collar and
all of the edges,
the armholes.
And that really creates a little bit of some technical
kind of elevates things. Okay, so this is where the problem with the microphone is.
Yeah,
just my hands. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. Okay, so when I was talking about the European shoulder, so that's what this is right here. This is the back, and it rolls over the shoulder like this, and it makes a really beautiful angle on the back. Has a nice fitted back. So when you're looking at the back of the sweater, it looks like this. This is the back collar. You turn around the front. And so this is the part here that I knit 5 times because I wanted to make sure I got the rate of increase correct. I wanted to make sure that I was increasing at the right time for the V-neck. I wanted it to hit me perfectly as I wear like my dresses and my t-shirts. So yeah, Glow.
Yeah.
Glow's happening. It's going live tomorrow. Can't believe it. I'm sitting here laughing. I'm just like, oh my God.
Laughing or crying, one of the...
Not crying, but a little bit, just a little numb.
It's really so nerve-wracking.
Yes. Because you have to think about every little problem that could happen. And also, Julie and I have been looking at this pattern so much for the last month that we don't see it anymore, actually. I can cast on Glow from memory.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I've cast on the beginning of my own sample like 3 times or something. I don't even need to look at the pattern anymore.
Yeah.
Because we started the test knit early June. And so it's been 6 weeks already.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's gone by so fast.
Yeah.
But it's very exciting. So we had friends who stepped up to come test for us.
Yeah, we had a really lovely group of testers.
We have a couple knitters here in France.
Yeah.
We have a knitter in Japan, a couple knitters in the United States.
Yeah.
No, 3 knitters in the United States that tested for us. And I have, so my test version, because there's so many things in the pattern that I missed while I was knitting this. And I was like, oh, whoops, I didn't see that. Is this version here. You've probably seen me talking about it. I'm calling it my rainbow vest.
Everyone keeps asking us, what color are you using? It's not one color.
It's not one
it's
color.
All the colors.
It's 7 colors.
Okay.
And trust me, I'm going to explain exactly how I made this effect. But if I turn it around to the wrong side, you're going to understand right away. I'm using the same yarn all the way through. So it is Corrie Worsted French gray, which is my favorite gray all the way through. And as I'm working the sweater, I'm just going to turn it upside down. I'm doing the tubular bind off right now, you guys. It's very satisfying, and I'm taking my time to enjoy it. So here you can see how I've changed colors. I'm using the same Corrie Worsted French gray all the way through and just dropping the lace weight Alix ever so often to create this beautiful rainbow. And I'm just kind of haphazardly doing it. I'll say like, oh, I haven't seen Buzz in a while, which is the bright yellow. And I'll just throw it in there.
And also you don't change colors in the same place every time. Like you don't do it at the beginning of the row. You do it in the middle, wherever.
Kind of wherever it strikes me. Like I'll get to the end of the row. Like right at the end when I was knitting this, I was thinking about the button band. And I was sitting here going like, oh, what colors do I want to see in the button band here? So I would do color changes at the end. And sometimes I'd be knitting one color in the middle and I get tired of it and I just drop it and throw something else in here. There is a color that I did hold a lot throughout called Vibin, which is one of our new Millennial colors. And so Vibin shows up
more than the other colors.
in between the other colors for at least 1 or 2 rows. So it kind of, that's kind of my secret.
That way it looks overall. Well, it has more pink than the other colors.
It looks more pinky and gray. You can see it right there in the middle, right here, where I used a lot of Vibin right here. you can see it.
Definitely.
So I will write a blog post about this. We're going to definitely explain to people how to do this as well.
Also, you did the two fronts at the same time.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so I got inspired.
That's how you got, like, the two fronts are exactly the same.
The two fronts are identical, and because of the way the pattern is written, you knit the back first, and then here at the seam, you pick up your stitches and you're going to knit down. So what I did was I just picked up my two fronts and I knit them at the same time. So they look at, if you can see here, they are identical. The striping is identical. I have to say that this took a little bit longer than it would have if I had just knit one side and then knit the other side. I would have gone a lot faster.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of logistical things you had to think about. I had to split the minis into two sets and make one set for the right side, one set for the left side, and they had their own little bags. And it was a little bit of a gymnastic going back and forth, but honestly, super easy. Like, I just kept them in the bags. Keeping them in the bags made it really easy. But you could knit two vest fronts at the same time. Very easy. I use the same needle as well. So you don't need two needles. You just I used a really long needle, just went back and forth like this. And it was really, really fun. So I just uploaded my project to Ravelry, which is going to be visible tomorrow, right? Or can people see it now?
Oh, the project is now. The pattern is going to be tomorrow.
See, I am so like out of it with Ravelry. I didn't even know. Okay, so if you want, you can go to my Ravelry now and see my project in my projects. So go to Put Your Flare On. The project is called Rainbow Stitches That Glow. And you can see my notes and stuff that I've already started writing about. I'm going to keep updating because obviously I'm not done yet. I have to finish the tubular bind off, but look at this beautiful edge right here.
Are you going to do a pocket?
Yeah, I will do a pocket, but I don't know if it's going to happen right away. I want to wear it. Sure. So I'll probably start wearing it, and then I'll knit the pocket, and then I'll sew it on. And I do think the pocket's going to match. Like, I'm going to make it matchy-matchy. Yeah, matchy-matchy. I'm super excited to finish this and get it on my body. So
the fun part about the pocket is you can make it not matchy-matchy.
Oh, yeah, look at
like
this
on the pink sample. So this is Corrie Worsted in French Gray, hand with Alix in Fluoro Morganite. And then for the pocket, instead of Alix, it's Buzz.
And we made a nice pocket that you could actually like put your phone in there. It's a big pocket. It's a big pocket.
Definitely.
See, look at that. I wanted it to be functional, and there's only one pocket, which I thought was really fun and intriguing. It's actually kind of a conversation starter.
You can definitely make two pockets.
You can definitely make two pockets. One of our testers did that.
Yeah. She made little tiny pockets.
Yes.
Here.
Very,
so
very cute.
And we also have these super nice buttons because you thought we should have online the buttons to go with the vest. So
we sourced buttons that match
exactly the right size.
Exactly.
And
it's honestly not an unstandard size of buttons. These are 20mm buttons. So I'm sure you can find these at anywhere in your mercery, in your mercery, your haberdashery or yarn shops. We source this brand called Millard. That's available here in Europe. I'm not sure it's available in the US, but we have these on our website. And what we love to is that they come in little packages. This one comes in a package of 6. These come in a package of 3. You only need 3 buttons for glow. So it was perfect. These are nacre, which is oh my gosh, I can't.
Mother of pearl.
Mother of pearl. These are mother of pearl, and then these I think are nylon.
They're polyester.
They're polyester buttons,
and they come in pink. And we put the brown buttons on the yellow vest, and they also come. Exactly. And they also come in black. So you can, if you are doing a dark version, then that's gonna look great.
Absolutely.
And then on the mother of pearl comes in like white.
This one is like perfect, and there's a pink version that we used on our 3 color.
So good.
But this is like such a neutral button. I really love this color. I actually use this a lot on a lot of my knitwear
because it goes with everything.
So so that's what we have been working on for the last 6 weeks, more or less. But really, we're in crunch time last week and this week. I'm super happy to be able to collaborate with my friend Nancy Marchant. She's been so informative and supportive through this whole process. and she's helped us with the pattern. And
she has the eagle eye.
She really does have the eagle eye. Nancy, if you're watching this, you're the best, like literally the best.
Because we've been looking at this pattern like every single day, not all day, but a good amount. So we have like no distance from it now.
Yeah.
Everything we read, we're like, yeah,
that looks right. And then she'll be like, why is there a capital K here and a capital P? But then later there's no capital K, no capital P. And I'm just like,
and then why are you saying you work this instead of just Caston or something,
and keeping it neutral. Yeah. So I'm really learning a lot through this whole process. I really appreciate my testers too.
Yes.
They were super helpful.
So helpful.
Yes.
And especially with being consistent.
Yes.
It's not really something we thought a lot about the way the pattern is written, like using the same language every time, using the same way to write, I don't know, increase rows, or, like making sure you use one way of saying it and then you use the same all along.
Yeah.
We were just thinking of technically, does this work?
Exactly. Which is good too, but we needed that outside view. And because we had knitters from United States, Europe, and Asia, they all look at the patterns in a different way. It was super interesting to see like, oh, this knitter in Japan actually had the same problem as the knitter in America. Exactly. They remember they found that same problem. Yes. So it was really, really fun process for us.
Yeah.
So the vest is called Glow.
Yeah.
And it's coming out tomorrow.
We're putting the final touches to the Ravelry page and stuff.
Absolutely.
Today.
And just want to say that Glow is part of a special surprise that's going to be revealed tomorrow. So definitely circle by our social media to see what we're talking about. I'm very excited to kind of announce this new collaboration. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. I made a matchy vest for my Labubu.
So cute.
So Labubu is wearing the 3-color version, the same as the one that's right here.
But in a gray
base. Yeah. So it's a little bit of Corrie Worsted in French gray, and the top is Alix Buzz, Alix Vidin, Alix Sea Glass.
It's really cute.
The same color progression here. So I will make a little project page on Ravelry and say how many stitches I cast.
I think she should. So there's not a room to put a little pocket on the side, but I think she should put a big pocket in the back so that we could put bonbons in for La Boo Boo.
All right, sure.
So yes, so this pattern's coming too. You're gonna put this on.
Sure. It's gonna have a little Ravelry project page on your Ravelry so that people can go and knit it if they want to.
They want to make a matching vest for their labu.
Yeah.
So
be matchy with your Labubu. So this was my little knitting project of the weekend, actually.
That was not the only thing you did over the weekend. Julie's a spinner.
I'm doing Tour de Fleece.
I always brag about you. I'm like, oh, my friend, she's spinning while watching Tour de France. And people who don't knit or don't spin, they're like, what?
I explained what Tour de Fleece was to my dad. He was like, huh?
I think it's a great concept. I love this.
I know. Yeah. It's so funny. So I don't actually... I have an e-spinner. So I don't actually cycle, not cycle, but treadle, you know, like we say we're cycling at the same time as the cyclists. It's not true because I just have an e-spinner, so my feet aren't doing anything. But still, you know, I'm doing it in spirit, I guess. And it's been very fun.
Yeah.
This weekend I spun, you remember, you brought me back from the US.
The Moondrake?
When you went, the Moondrake fiber.
Oh, nice. You'll have to bring it in and show it next week. Yeah.
I spun the whole thing and then I plied it and it's still on the bobbin right now. I need to skein it and wash it and stuff. But yeah, I'll have it next week. It's looking so good. And I think it's way thinner than how I usually spin.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I could feel while I was plying it, it felt really thin. Like
did you think it was the fiber? What was the fiber one that you?
No, it was a merino, and that's what I usually spin. So I don't know. Maybe I was super like, I don't know. We'll see because I only know how much I spun. You know the yardage.
Yeah.
When I skein it up. So
well, you have to bring it in and show us next week.
Definitely.
We have a lot of other things to talk about next week, but today we want to dedicate to Glow.
To Glow, yeah.
And also our new colors, Shook and Flex, that just came out.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those.
Yeah.
Because those are really exciting, and they would be so great for Glow Vest.
Exactly.
That we pulled some propositions. So let's pull these out for them, and we'll talk about this again.
You want to take Flex?
Yes.
It took me a while to manage to say this is Shook, this is Flex, because I kept thinking about them as Shook and Flex
as a color, as one color. Because these two colors were conceived at the same time.
Yeah, they were always meant to release at the same time and stuff. So
love it, love it, love it. So this is part of our Millennial collection that we are continuously growing this year.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting.
It's the new colors for 2025, actually.
Absolutely. And it's a kind of colors that like evoke celebration, happiness, because we are continuing to celebrate the 10 years of Labu and Aimee. This year, my company turned 10 years, and it's kind of interesting and neat to look back and say, like, this is all what we've achieved. But I'm also looking forward. And for me, it's all about color, color, color. I want to make more colors. And so Shook and Flex were born.
Yeah.
And when this purple came out, like, I immediately was like, oh, I feel so shook. You know, it was just like, seriously, it was like this purple that was missing from our lineup.
For sure.
That we needed.
A purple that is really very pink.
Yes.
And it glows.
It glows. So for the Glow Vest, it would be perfect. Let's go through the bases that we have. Do we have the same bases?
Well, no, not exactly. I just got a few of each color.
Here, let's start with these two because these two match. So this is Alix.
Yes.
Alix on Flex and Shook. So beautiful. Shook is going to be a little bit flatter on Alix because of the way the alpaca channels the colors through, but you do get these little moments where the pink is going to show. So across all the bases on Shook, depending on what the blend is, sometimes the colors will be more homogeneous like this, or like, look at Cashmerino. Wow.
You can see those like pink flashes.
Yes, the variation really pops out. And this is because of the cashmere blend in here.
Yeah.
The cashmere and the merino. And this is how they play. So it's really interesting to see how Shook looks slightly different across all the bases. Look at it on mohair silk. The silk core really takes the pink.
Yeah.
Whereas the mohair pulls out the purple. So stunning. Love that.
Yeah.
And then
the singles has lots of pink as well.
And singles have always been kind of like this.
Yeah.
The colors really show really well on the surface of the singles because it's a single ply yarn. So we're going to see a lot of variation on the singles, purple to pink. It's going to be really nice. I do recommend if you're making a full sweater with Shook to alternate your skeins.
Oh, all right.
Alternate your skeins so that you get the best distribution
of
color. Flex, on the other hand, is a much more solid green. We have much less variation on this base. Honestly, I'm looking at all of these, and these are all
they're
really,
all super
really,
tonal.
Really, really nice and more solid. And here we have it on the Alix base. And we have it on Kumo. I'm actually obsessed with it on Kumo. It's got this like creaminess to it, and I love it. And that's the alpaca that kind of makes the colors just slightly muted. Here we have it on Twist Nouveau, Cashmerino, and Merino DK. Always a crowd pleaser. The Merino DK is our superwash Merino DK. A sweater in this would be stunning.
Yeah, it's always very popular, and we know why. It's just a great base for sweaters. So I also wrote down like the list of bases that we're offering these colors in. So we're doing Shook and Flex on Merino Super Soak, Merino Singles, Merino DK, Merino Sport, Cashmerino, Kumo, Soyeux, Twist Nouveau, and Alix. So you have, a really good...
You have a really good collection of bases. They are all online right now. So you can definitely go and shop Shook and Flex right now. And we thought that we would show, first of all, before we do this, I want to talk about that. I've got a new dyer down on my team. Her name's Daria, and she is learning to dye all the colors. We have a dyeing module where we go through the order of the colors. And she recently learned to dye one of our hardest colors, which is called Harlequin. Harlequin, which is named after this candy here in France. If you know, you know. Okay, all the French people out there or international people, if you guys have eaten Harlequin candy, you know why this is the color for it. But I, first of all, just wanted to brag a little bit because this is amazing. She knocked this out of the park, and when this came through our quality process, I was like, can I just keep those? So these are really beautiful, but I also thought that it would be a great pairing for Shook and Flex.
You're right.
So let me take one of these off of here. It'd be such a fun pairing with either of these.
Whoa.
Look at that. If you wanted to do like a brioche project where you have like Flex on one side and Harlequin on the other, that would be amazing.
Awesome, for sure.
Absolutely. If you wanted to do stripes.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Just imagine how colorful that shawl would be.
Yes.
Crazy.
So this color is called Harlequin. We'll put it in our notes below. And it goes perfectly with our new Millennial colors, Shook and Flex.
Yeah. Good job, Daria.
Yeah, great job, Daria. Okay, so now Julia yesterday was like, wouldn't this be great for glow? And I was all like, what? Yes.
Like, come on.
I mean, come on. So in my original sample, I'm using Corrie Worsted. We use Corrie Worsted in the pink version.
Yeah.
We use Wensley Worsted for the 3-color version and the yellow version. That's right here. Corrie Worsted is dyed on a gray base. This is the gray base called French Gray, which is the same color that I'm using in my rainbow one here.
Yeah.
We take this base and we dye our colors on it. And so we have Anemone here. Look at that. That's Anemone dyed on French Gray. So beautiful. And here's here's Anemone on Wensley. Base. So you can see it's a little bit more frank. It's hard to see. The lights are kind of blowing it out. But you can definitely see that this one's heathered. And pairing it with Alix.
Look at this combo. Like, I think yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, that would glow.
It would definitely glow. And this is for anyone who's like purple lover. I would love, we should just watch this. We will just do this.
Yes.
We're going to just watch this for you guys, and we'll have this for you over the next couple of weeks. We'll do a swatch.
So that's Corrie Worsted in Anemone and Alix in Shook. You could also go with the white base, Wensley Worsted.
Wensley Worsted. So we'll swatch all of these. I think that this is getting me all excited to swatch.
Yeah. And so we thought as well about Flex. And we thought Flex would look so good with Lichen.
So cool.
Because that way you have a nice neutral base. And so the Alix is really going to pop.
It's going to really glow.
It's the concept. It's the concept of the vest.
It's the concept. The marling causes the colors to come together, and they're heathered, and it actually kind of makes them glow. Yeah. It's hard to see, but this one, this version right here glows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on top of the light pink that we use for the base. So you could also hold it with Wensley Worsted as well. If you wanted a little bit lighter base.
Yes.
So we'll wind all these up and we'll make some swatches.
Sure.
To show you guys. And we'll do little swatches for Glow Vest. Yes. I think that would be really fun.
For sure. I know that when so you knit the top half of the sample.
Yes.
And then you were ready to start your rainbow version. So I was like, I'll knit the pink one. So I knit the lower half of the sample.
Yeah.
And then when I was knitting the pocket, so that's French Gray and Buzz, I was like, this is going to be my next one. Like,
yeah.
I'm obsessed with that combo.
That's like the perfect sweatshirt style fabric. Yeah. I love that. And you can't go wrong with neon yellow. I mean, neon yellow and gray is perfect.
I feel like that's missing from my wardrobe, a good neon yellow.
Says the woman who loves pink. Like, I am shook right now that she's actually saying this, because literally she knits only with pink.
Yeah, I know. But, sometimes I get the urge to cast on something not pink.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Why don't you show what's in your project bag? She's got her project bag hidden over here.
I showed this. Emilia and I did an episode of our podcast.
This is an old one.
This I bought at your shop.
Yeah.
And I think it's from your first shop.
Absolutely. So Annette from Pink Hazel, if you're watching, look at this vintage Pink Hazel bag. She actually made this design for my shop. I remember
know.
I was talking to her about having bags, and she said, like, oh, I just kind of threw this bag together, and I love it. I don't know if you can tell, but these are all little triangles.
Yeah.
Such
It's
a
like
perfect design.
quilting.
Yes.
And yeah, I bought this from your first shop, I would say almost 10 years ago, long before I started working here. And I still use it all the time.
It's a great
It's
project
super
bag.
practical. It's really flexible and stuff. So this is from Pink Hazel Bags, and I bought it from La Bien-Aimée
Boutique.
very first shop.
Yep.
Yeah. And so here is my own version of Glow, which I think I have to frog and start over again
Why? What's going on?
because I'm using the wrong needle size.
Oh, no. No. Yeah, we need to. But you don't need to frog this part.
No,
Just frog the back.
the
Okay.
top I've kept as well, but so I just wanted to show my colors. I know I've already showed it here, but I'm knitting my own sample.
And actually, I was just looking at it with my dress.
For sure, you need to
my
wear more sari.
God, look at this.
Sari is also your color.
I am actually leaning into more sari. So hanging out with Julia, I have been wanting to wear more sari. It's just happening.
So I'm using Corrie Worsted in sari and Alix in tang. These two colors look so good together. That is a glowy mound right there.
Love it.
Yeah.
That really glows.
So once this one is done, then I'll do this one. Maybe I'll take a little break from all the vest knitting.
You know what? I'm going to finish this one, and I think I might cast on another one.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
I definitely want to knit it again and have several versions.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're going to have our trunk show versions, and
For
then I
sure.
want to make another one that's going to be mine, that's like going to be at my house, and I'm going to wear it with all my outfits and things like that. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So that's been my knitting project. When I'm not spinning at home, I'm knitting on my vest.
I've actually, if I haven't been knitting, I've been playing Candy Crush. Somebody take that off of my phone, please.
I understand.
Yeah.
I have this one game on my phone.
It sucks me in, but you know what? I actually kind of need to do something kind of monotonous like this sometimes in the evenings because I need to wind down. I have been reading, but the reading kind of puts me out. Like I start to read and then 2 pages in,
Same.
I'm like,
I fall asleep.
sleeping, which is good too. So
Yeah.
I do read a little bit before going to bed, but I'm having a hard time finishing any of my books right now. I'm only advancing 2 pages at a time. I'm tired. So it's like my body's saying like, you need to chill. So.
It's the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's the end of the season.
It's end of the season for us.
Yeah.
So what we call the season is that we're coming up to our annual summer break. We're going to close at the end of July, and we'll be closed for 3 weeks in August. Yeah. And then we'll be back for what is called in France, la rentrée.
Mm-hmm.
La rentrée. I'm going to let Julie explain it.
Back to school. In England, we say back to school. And it's in France, we have actually, I think it's more than everywhere else. We have 2 months off, usually for school holidays.
Yes.
So you finish the year at the end of June and you go back early September. For us here, we close for 3 weeks. And because we are an atelier, we close down all the production. So we all go away at the same time.
And it's actually really nice because all the teams get to take a break. And my business partner, Julian, and I, who's my husband, we actually get to kind of turn off and shut off. Because the business isn't running, so that means that we can actually
There's nothing
sit down
to
and
manage.
relax. There's nothing to manage, which is nice and important when you're an entrepreneur. You need to be able to disconnect and relax. So we'll be back at the end of August.
Yeah, and we always keep the website, the online shop open.
Absolutely.
You can place orders. It's just you will have to wait until we come back mid-August for us to prepare and ship your order.
The orders, yeah.
We do have some things up our sleeve for the summer.
Yes.
So there's going to be new things that are going to be dropping online that you can pre-order and then
social media will probably go a little quiet. Like we will schedule some posts and things like that, but we're not going to be as active. I really want us to take some time and relax, but we will have some newsletters scheduled and we will have some posts scheduled on social media while we're away. But during that time, we probably won't be responding to messages or emails.
It's true that when social media is your job, being able to disconnect during the holidays is important.
It's really important. It's really hard to do.
It's really hard to do. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That's definitely.
Yeah. So, but we will have posts going out and newsletters and new products coming online.
Yes.
So,
yes. Well, looks like, look, 27 people joined us. We missed last week. So last week was crazy.
True. We couldn't find
we couldn't find the time to sit down. There's just too much going on.
Too much.
So we're really glad to be here this week. We will be here next week as well because we want to catch you guys up about Labu and Aimee Summer School and how that went and everything else that's happening post, Glow Vest release.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's going to be exciting for us to see how the release goes. Plus, there's this special reveal that's coming tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to be like sitting on the edge of my seat until tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. when the pattern drops.
I know that I know there's people who follow us exclusively here on YouTube who do not follow us on Instagram. So we'll talk about the collaboration in next week's episode as well.
Definitely.
But we are definitely going to be announcing the collaboration on Instagram. That's just because that was the preferred platform for everyone who's in the collaboration.
Yes.
But we'll definitely circle back and talk about that kind of stuff with you guys here.
Yeah, I also encourage you, if you haven't, to sign up to the newsletter, because that's really for us a way to communicate with you in a really direct way.
Yes.
Nothing is formatted like for Instagram. You have to format things.
Yeah.
You have to post stuff over and over again in order to make sure people actually see
it.
your posts and stuff. So in the newsletter, it's so much easier to just write what we want to tell you and, give you
straight to your inbox and it's there to read whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
And also you can respond to our newsletters.
Absolutely.
And we will respond back to you. If you write to us on Instagram, we won't write back.
No.
I mean, Julia does sometimes, but I won't.
Yeah, sometimes.
I won't.
So. Usually I don't respond if the answer is in the text.
Okay.
Because I try to put tons of information in the caption. I know people don't read.
Yes.
And that's okay. But then if the information is already there, I don't respond.
Makes sense. Totally makes sense. So newsletter is the way to go.
Absolutely.
And you can write to us directly via the newsletter.
We really love responding
only Julie and I have access
definitely.
to that email address.
We really love responding to the emails there.
Yeah.
And so I encourage you to sign up to the newsletter. That's on the Labu and Aimee website homepage at the bottom of it. And there you will have, all the information about everything. And
that's it. I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this week, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. We have lots of things to talk about.
Next week is our last week.
Oh, yeah. Last week is our last week before we close. And that means there will be no episodes in August because we're going to be on vacation. I will be traveling to South America. But you know what? I'm going to talk about it next week. Talk about it next week.
For now, it's Glow time.
Yes. So Glow is coming out tomorrow. So follow us on Instagram. If you're on Ravelry, it'll be there, and it'll also be on our website.
Yes, it will be there at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Paris time, 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm not sure how you say it. Eastern time.
Eastern time. Yeah.
The pattern is going to be available on Ravelry, on the Labu and Aimee website. And let's knit a glow vest.
Let's knit a vest. Let's knit a vest for Rhinebeck. That's definitely what I'm going to be wearing this fall. So, all right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.